Hey guys, it's Ash here from the Retro Gaming blog. This is very awkward because I've got I'm holding a tripod. I'm doing this video partly to test out these new LED lights, which you can probably see glaring off here a little bit, but I'm testing them out for work purposes. But I thought I'd also do a quick update on what I've done to the cabinet so far and kind of where it's at. There's quite a lot of things to sort out on it still. You can see that the dust cover needs work. I've replaced all the buttons because they were really not in a good way, kept the originals, and I'm just currently working on sorting out the artwork for a replacement on the graphics. So something I used to do a long time ago was do graphics and art and stuff for my job, but now I do a lot more video work, so there's that. So I picked this up from Wales in the UK, and so far I've fixed the top panel because that was the key was lost, so I had to drill out the lock. I don't know if you can see that actually up there. The lock, I've replaced the lock, and then even though I freed the lock, it was still no good because, I'm just going to sort that out because it's a bit loud. It was still no good because the hinges on the top had rusted, so I had to actually unscrew it, which is something that Retro Rich said I should have done in the first place. But for whatever reason, I was just focused on trying to get rid of the lock. Anyway, moving on. So inside, just going to have to tie this off so it doesn't just keep dropping. So inside you can see, these lights are working out quite nicely actually. They diffuse quite well. So inside you can see, basically I haven't really done too much yet. I kind of cleaned the board out and cleaned all the, because it came with a load of games as well. I obviously picked up another 161 in one cart, which is quite interesting because I had another one before this, and the one before this I had, I'm a huge fan of Viewpoint, and the Viewpoint actually didn't work properly. I thought it did, I just thought it was part of the multi-cart, but all the levels were mixed up. I put this one in, tried it out, and it's perfect. So there's something to be aware of if you're going to get 161 in one cart, is that some of the games might not be quite right. And that was completely wrong because the actual levels and the music was all wrong, so that was a bit strange. Cabling's all pretty good. I did try to take the boards off, couldn't get them off because the screws are stripped, so I can't get this off to replace the battery, which I think Rich said he's going to be popping down in a couple of weeks to have a look at, because he's an engineer, so he'll be able to figure something out, and I'll be putting a video of that together for him to put on his YouTube as well, so check that out. So down here I haven't really done too much other than cleaned all the carts out, and I did take the boards out to check the connections and stuff, and they were all fine. But inside you can see it's got the original power unit in there as well, and there is a funny humming at the minute, but that does go after 10 minutes, and I don't know if that's just a power unit warming up. I'm not too familiar with arcade cabinets. This is my first one, so I don't really know a whole lot about them, so I'm not going to pretend I do. But there's some connections that aren't quite right in there. They're not connected up, and I think that's to do with the EL panels, which are way at the top. Okay, so I've put the key in, got the key kind of latched onto my hat, and I did WD-40 the hinge. So it's going to go out of focus a bit. If I remove this, you'll see in this board, I'm trying to be very careful here, that you can see there's the original, well, the original tube. I don't know if that's the original tube or not, but it's definitely the original marquee panel, because it's all been screen printed. You can see they've kind of done more than one pass on that, and they always back it up with white, obviously for the translucency. I used to work in science, so I do have a bit of experience with that, and that's where my design bits come from. You can see that this panel here on the back has been done for this setup, so yeah. And behind there you'll see there's a gear tray with a starter motor. So I'm going to play a little bit, because I said to Anthony that I would, from the Atari forums, or Atari Age forums, and we'll see how far I get. I think I'm going to play, what did I put? Oh, Polestar, because I love Polestar, but I'm not very good at it. So, and the other thing I need to do is put a bezel on here. You can see the bolts, so I need to find one of them for that. I am going to tidy up some of this eventually, but I think this would be the next step. I need to sort out some of these buttons as well because the fit isn't quite right. And yeah, so that's it. I'm going to keep the sticks. I'm not going to touch them. I'm just going to probably take this apart and clean them up. Cherry switches and stuff. So, you know, but everything else is fine as far as I know. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, so I'm going to just do a quick play on this. I'm not very good at this. I've not really played it that much. But it is a game that I love because I'm a huge fan of R-Type. So I'm going to give it a go quick. See how far I get. And we'll go from there. I don't know how much more close we can zoom in actually. I think that's as... I could go in a bit closer. No, I'll just leave it like that. Right, okay. See, and it sounds like the sound's gone because it is playing off a 161 cart. So that is one of the issues, which is a bit annoying. I never had that with my one slot. I had a one slot CMVS, and from analog actually, it was one of the analog ones, and I never had any issues with that. So, oh, I'm dead. But it's strange how the sounds kind of just crapped out like that. But you get these issues. Oh, now the music's gone. That's brilliant, isn't it? Just what you need through a playthrough. But this is, you know, down and dirty, so it's as it is. No, we should be good. I would hope. And the other thing I want to sort is that you can see there's a bit of bleeding from the red on the CRT, and I suspect that might be convergence. Well, that's what I've been told, so we will find out. Okay, I don't really know. But hopefully the sound works. And it doesn't. Brilliant. That's a brilliant start to a video, isn't it? Right, guys, I'm going to have to go because I'm going to have to figure out how to fix this. And until I do, have fun.